Good day to everyone. Today we're going to continue our topic. We have lesson 3, CSS position and display properties. So what are the objectives? At the end of the lesson, students shall be able to organize the layout of web page using position property. Learn the difference between block and inline in HTML elements and hide an HTML element using display property. Now we have CSS layout property. In CSS layout properties, we have position and display property. In position, we have relative, absolute, fixed, and static. In display property, we have block, inline, and none. In position property, we have static, which is the default value. And we also have relative. Relative positioning places the HTML elements close to where it is usually appears. And we have the example here of position relative. Next, we have absolute. Position absolute is used to remove an HTML element from the document flow, which means, for example, just like in a it is just like a paper where we have one page of the HTML page, and using the position absolute, that page will have two different pages or sheets of paper, where the first sheet of paper is all the HTML elements we have, and the next sheet of paper is the HTML element with position absolute, which means it will render its own position on the web page. In other words, just like it's the definition said, it will render as if it does not exist in the group of HTML elements. It's like it has its own world or a place on a web page. Position absolute is also used in other ways, like if you want to put some layout on a specific element that will not affect other elements on the web page, you can use position absolute. It is commonly used in image slideshow or a slider, just like that, or some floating uh, elements on a web page. And we have here the example of the position absolute that turned the H2 tag just as it looks like a subtitle. And we have position fixed. It makes the selected HTML element non-scrollable. And we also have display properties. Now, in display properties, we need to remember something. There are two different types of elements we need to remember. First, the block level elements and the inline level elements. Block level elements means it uses 100% width on a web page, like paragraph, headings, form, header, footer, and section. And inline level elements is not using 100% width in the web page, which means it only occupies a given space or specific space on the web page, like span, image, anchor, input, and button. In display property, we have three values: black, inline, and none. Black is the default value. Inline is a value we can use if we need to add some scrollable content in a given element, like division or a div tag. And we have display none. None value will display nothing on the page. It means when you apply this on a given element, it will not display it will not be displayed on the web page, but it will only displayed on the code. In other words, it is hidden on the page. And that's what we have in lesson 3. And you can answer this question if you learn something